Recording on. Wally on. Let's go. Hello and welcome back, everyone, to AL round 4. We are back with 7 people this time. We are 1 player more than last week, so that is a good sign, I guess, for attendance. We have Piggy. Piggy is currently leading the championship, I believe, with Pito also here. Pito also having a good season. Andy Loffin is back for another round. This time did manage to find the time of starting, which is good, so we have him here as well. Matagil got him back for another round. He's been looking quite good in mock so far, I've heard, so that will be interesting to watch. Axis, our driver with the most starts in AL out of everyone. Might he be up for something at his home GP? With Pito also. Pito, I think, is P2 in the standings. I should pull that up, but we'll figure it out later. And we have a tie for pole. Ricky Boy and Pito, both at 40.83. Decent time. I think they will go faster. I don't think 40.83 will be the final time here. So we have 2 more laps of Silverstone here, because it is, of course, the IRL track, the real track, Silverstone, that we are racing on today. Very nice track, remade by Jeruni. Very fast track, a lot of straights, not too many corners, not too many places where you can fuck up, but you could definitely send it into the grass in these little parts. As we see the second lap, no improvement yet, still a tie for pole, with Axis now improving up to 3rd, 41.4. Quite a big gap between P2 and P3. Mathagil probably touching grass and giving up for this round. He will be stuck on his 41.6. Piggy somehow done a 1 minute 16. I don't know how he managed to do that. I guess we'll see him cross for his second lap soon, but that will be his last lap as well, because there won't be enough time on the timer for him to do a third one, if at all. Let's see where he is actually, because he's just crossing now, 41.1. That makes sure that he's not taking it, but who is? Is it Pito? He is taking it with a slightly faster time at the end there. 40.67. Ricky Boy stays on his initial time. Axis moves up also into the sub 41s. And yeah, Piggy didn't make it for another lap, so Piggy stays P4. Gilbert into P5. Mathagil, of course, telling us at the start of lap 3 already that he was not going to improve. And Andy Loffin, 43.92. So quite a bit further behind, but who knows, maybe he has great race pace that we are unaware of. Right. We have that sorted out. Let's see. Can we get ready up? Is Punk coming, or is that for sure? Is he not banned from AL? Do you know when he's coming, Ozzy? He's not banned, so he could come if he wanted to. I'll give him a minute. We'll see. Oh, never mind. We wait for Mathagil to ready up. There we go. So don't see Punk anywhere, so let's get going again. So we're here on the grid. Beto in P1. Is he going to start on the mediums? No, he's going back to the softs. He's thinking about it. Axis is going for mediums. Ricky Boy aggressive on the softs. Only him and Mathagil on the softs, as the rest take mediums and try to go long. We don't have rain in AL, so it could be just a medium strategy here for most drivers, with the ones on softs maybe going for some hards, but it is Ricky Boy who immediately takes the lead here. Beto still following him behind. Piggy made up a position as Access falls down to 6. Andy loses the group immediately with Mathical now making a little mistake. A little black rocket there that sends Access off a little bit, with Mathical immediately finding his way back to P3, and Gilbreth barely makes the corner. Piggy on the inside of Gilbreth, and everyone somehow survives without touching the grass. Access takes the inside there, and up front we have Beto now leading. Ricky Boy not wanting to give him that lead. Mathical makes a mistake, loses his P3 again to Piggy this time. And Ricky and Beto just slipping each other for now. Ricky seeming to want to lead because he is of course on the softs. He has to make use of these to get away as far as possible from the pack behind. As Piggy is now leading, but he is still in slip range of all these people behind him. So this is not over for him, and he has a big teleport from Mathical, but seems to be okay. So maybe it was just on my end. Let's hope for that, but we'll check it out as Piggy goes wide and lets Mathical back through again. With now, just a lot of fighting going on here. Up the front, they're just chilling as Beto makes a big mistake. And that allows Ricky Boy a golden opportunity here for him to run away on the softs and make something of this race for himself. Because if he can get away now, with Beto not being able to follow, that might help him later on when he's on the hards, trying to make this strategy work for himself. But Beto looking to have the best chance here with what I think is the best strategy. Mediums seem very strong. There's a lot of battling still going on behind here. Like, they are not looking to catch up to the top 2 pack as Mathical sends it wide, blocks everyone off. Not a very clean move, I would say. But Gilbreth into the podium positions. I would say that is his first AL podium. But Piggy says no thank you as he gets shoved into the grass. So yeah, Piggy now back to P6. Mathical riding the grass again and sending Piggy wide with it. And it's Gilbreth again, having a bit of a gap. Let's see if he can hold on to it for a bit longer this time. Softs of Ricky Boy must be fading a little bit. Same for Mathical, of course, as he makes yet another mistake and gets sent to the back of this little pack over here. We have Access and Piggy now close together. Piggy sending another move on Access as they're catching Gilbreth again. Gilbreth keeping it clean, but struggling a bit for pace here. We see Piggy now back into the slipstream. Does he send a move? He does send a move, and that sends Gilbreth very wide, and Gilbreth cuts across the grass and falls back way far into P5. So it's Piggy versus Access now for the podium. Up front, nothing changing much. But who can take that last podium spot as Piggy makes a little mistake and Access tries to get by, but just bumps into him, which slows his car down and gets him side by side again. On the back straight, it's Access now. P3 again. This will be changing the whole race. I imagine they're all on the same strategy. Mathical has fallen off. The softs are not doing too great anymore. As Beto is not catching Ricky. Ricky is holding his own on the softs. Ricky did a 41.6. Beto as well, so very even so far. As Ricky Boy, I think, will be looking to pit this lap. I would imagine so. Beto probably going a bit longer because he's trying to make this one stop on just mediums work. Piggy and Access still fighting a little bit, but that has also calmed down quite a bit as we see Ricky Boy into the pit lane now, finally. I think he will come out behind Access, but will he come out ahead of Gilbreth? That is the question now. He comes out with Piggy, and he almost made that work. Just a little mistake that makes it so that he's still behind Piggy, but that won't take long, I think. Fresh softs. Is Ricky going for the 3 stop here? Or the 2 stop, I mean. That is wild. He makes a mistake, which allows Piggy to stay ahead for now. Access maybe getting a nice little slipstream as Piggy goes wide and Access goes a little bit wide, and now it's Ricky Boy again on the attack. And now he has to pass Piggy here, otherwise he's giving a lot of time to Beto here. Beto now nearly 7 seconds ahead. That is about the pit loss, I would say. So Beto could overcut here on the mediums, which would be a great Yeah, great thing for him, because he would only have to do one pit stop, as Ricky Boy would probably have to do another one. He does finally pass him now, and he is gaining a lot on Beto on this lap so far. But I think we will see all the medium runners in now. We have seen Gilbert, who went in as well and went on to the softs. Not sure what his plan is. Of course, Mathagil also went in and went on to the mediums just this lap. So he went a bit long on the softs, as we see now Beto. Beto in for his stop onto the mediums. What I would say is the best strategy for this race, and he's just behind Ricky Boy. But yeah, as we mentioned, Ricky Boy probably having to stop again, or he's gonna lose a lot of time. As Piggy and Access are both extending, so they might be even going for like a softs here at the end. But yeah, we have to see. Ricky Boy now leading, but just by 0.8 of a second, so not that much. Yeah, the fights have died down a little bit. It's just a pure pace battle now between Beto on the mediums, the fresh mediums, with Ricky on a little bit worn soft so far. See the times, 41.3. It's an outlet for Beto, so that doesn't really count. These two now pitting, Piggy and Access. Piggy going for a softs, Access taking a safe approach, going for mediums. Not believing in the soft 7 for himself, as he just about makes it out ahead of Gilpert, but has Gilpert for company now in his slipstream. So that might slow Access down on his way back to Piggy, as Gilpert does definitely not want to sit in 5th. He wants to be in 4th, leading with his fresh-ish soft, thinking that he could probably catch Piggy. Piggy about 2 seconds ahead now of this pair. Yeah, Beto is gaining 40.88 on the mediums. That is nearly faster than the second time in qualifying on a set of mediums. So he's doing good. Ricky Boy in a casual 41.3. But yeah, Beto is now there with him and immediately going for the overtake. Ricky just allowing it, slipping him, and not sure what his plan is going to be. He does believe probably that he can do an insane comeback in the last 5-4 laps on a new set of softs, gaining back the full 7 seconds that you lose here in the pit lane, but he's leaving it until late. He's going for, I would say 4 laps on the softs on his last stint. Further back, Access has made it past Gilbert again, and Gilbert dives into the pits immediately. He wants those 5 laps to try and catch back up to what will probably be Mathagil that he's fighting with, as he comes out just behind for now. Andy is also in this race. He's chilling. He's having a good time, I hope. But yeah, we have a little bit of a fight for the lead again, but Ricky Boy just slipping. Not trying to slow his opponent down. Just keeping it clean, and he dives in now for what will be his last stop. He should be well clear of Piggy behind. Piggy about 8 seconds behind, I think I just saw, before Ricky dove into the pit. And yeah, he is, well, just about clear, not as much as I thought it would be. But Piggy immediately dives into the grass and allows Ricky Boy to get a comfortable P2, and he has now nearly 6 seconds to catch to Beto. 6 seconds in 4 laps. It's going to be a tough ask. The mediums are not that bad. The mediums are pretty close in pace with the softs, I would say. So I don't think that Ricky will magically find a couple of 39-second laps. But we'll never know. 41.1 from Beto. And Ricky losing time on this lap, nearly 7 seconds behind now. So must have made a little mistake somewhere. Piggy's still there. Let's see if anyone in the chat has anything interesting to say. If you do, please tag me so I can have a look. We can discuss your questions. Piggy's still there. He took off, fell asleep, so don't have any questions from him, I would say. And now Ricky Boy catching again. 5.5 seconds behind now. My ping did fix itself. It went from 100 to 28 between lobbies, so that is nice. Yeah, Beto making some mistakes now, as I see Ricky suddenly 2 seconds faster. Nearly a second and a half. Mathagil keeps typing F. I think his key might be stuck. So no clue. Shout out to Andy Lawfin. Yes, a true warrior, just sending it on the heart in P7. Gotta respect him. Gotta respect him for going on, not quitting. You see Ricky Boy now about to lap him. Biggie about 2 seconds behind that. Access didn't really make the mediums work for him. He fell back 6 seconds behind Biggie after their one and only stop. But yeah, it's Beto already on the last lap. He has 5 seconds, 4 seconds to spare. He makes a little mistake, starts weaving. Is this some kind of aura farming that I've heard about? Is he taunting Ricky Boy, trying to show him that he is, in fact, the easy winner of this race after Ricky Boy, I think, threw it away on the strategy a little bit. Two-stopper on a 16-lap race, not really the way to go. Beto makes another little mistake, but it's not going to be enough for Ricky Boy. As Beto just drives casually into the gravel, but through the last couple of turns and wins round 4 of AL. With Ricky Boy coming in P2 and more importantly for Beto, Piggy in P3. So that should tighten up the championship quite a bit. I am going to have a look at it after everyone finishes. Access now in P4. Gilbreth about to come across for P5 with Methagill taking P6. As I think Andy won't have enough time to finish, so let me look up the AL standings really quick. So yeah, it was a 14-point gap, but Beto is taking fastest lap. He is taking 11 points out of that, so it's 3 points in it between Piggy and Beto for the last race. So it's a winner takes all kind of race that we have next week. Next week we're racing in Lutetia in France for our final race of AL Season 16, and it might be more interesting than we would have thought beforehand. The title fight between the two Mercedes cars in this race, Beto and Piggy. So good race from everyone. Thank you everyone for joining, and I am going to head to JL very soon. So see you guys there.